Okay, so I'm going to open this video with a question to you all. Who do you think of when you're asked about the greatest shonen protagonist? Chansei said a character like Naruto, Luffy, maybe even Gon Freaks or Goku. Tell me in the comments if I am right about that, by the way. We all may have different answers when deciding on a reply to that question, yes. We each have our own categories and criteria, even biases surrounding who we believe is the greatest shonen protagonist. I wanted to use this video to peel back the layers and really come to terms with what a shonen protagonist is and what causes some of these characters to reach deeply into our hearts and minds. Before I get into that though, I would like to ask that if you find this video enjoyable or interesting, and you'd like to see more content like this, to please subscribe and leave a like on the video. Thank you, and yeah, let's just get into it. To kick this discussion off, I thought it'd be a good idea to let you have a quick refresher on what shonen anime and manga actually are, along with some examples of series that kind of fit into that demographic. Now you've had the chance to see what shonen series actually are, here are some examples. Series like Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Haikyuu, Demon Slayer, and Hyuga are all shonen series. These are some very well known series as well, and probably ones that you would have automatically thought of when thinking about the shonen demographic. The common theme that's seen between each is the following of a young male lead character, usually in their teenage and high school years. A majority of shonens do tend to follow a character of this description, as most stories are aimed at a teen/young adult audience, particularly of the male gender. But if this is the case, why can many of these characters continue to impact us even once we have experienced most of, if not all of our adolescent years? In reality, we believe that the issues we encounter as youth disappear and we move on to more difficult situations as we develop mentally. I find this to be untrue. I feel as though we turn a blind eye to the struggles we once had, the personality traits we obtained, and the characteristics we developed through our teen years. We feel that these are signs of immaturity and become ignorant to the fact that they play a significant role in our decision making. Characters in shonen anime and manga silently draw us back into the sweet feeling of excitement we once had for the world as youths. This feeling is rarely ever acknowledged, and we may never understand why we feel this way, and that's okay. As someone who is coming to the end of their teenage years myself, I've found that adults try and hide their childish side, removing those rose-tinted glasses and becoming another cog in the world's machine. Shonen protagonists show us as viewers what it means to be different, what it means to have fun, and what it means to just live in the moment. Most characters do not do this ignorantly either. They all experience their struggles, like Naruto growing up alone and being hated by all, Hinata training on his own in order to reach his passions, or Asta training to the point of collapse in order to compete with the magic world in which he did not fit. Life doesn't always treat us well. We could all agree with this. We experience loss, grief, sadness, and struggle, but it is the way we approach these issues that affect us the most. As viewers, we see the protagonists pushing through everything, learning to keep a smile on their face throughout, but unfortunately the world we live in does not see us smiling. Everyone crumbles and are quick to blame each other for any issues we face. We dream of having someone to stand up and solve all of our issues, if not being that symbol ourselves. This is what entices many to view shonen series and their characters. We dream of being the protagonist, the one who always seems to be happy and ready to take on the world. We want to be happy and live exciting, meaningful life, and they make it appear so simple. You may have heard this before, but the world we live in runs on the idea of instant gratification. We all want to feel good as soon as possible, but this causes us to be on the constant search for a happiness that is unattainable. Through the stories of which most shonen characters experience, they do struggle. They face their issues and eventually overcome them at the conclusion of arcs or in the end of the story. Series like Naruto show the idea of a life that isn't poisoned by the toxic idea of instant gratification. It takes Naruto over 700 episodes in order to achieve his dreams. He experiences many losses and works himself to the bone on a regular basis, but does not see success or gratification until the very end. You may see things like him eating ramen as his form of instant gratification, but that happiness seen in that moment is nothing when compared to Naruto becoming Hokage and having a family of his own. He worked hard and achieved greatness, whilst keeping a smile on his face and enjoying life in the moment. This is something we rarely see in our world. We often become overwhelmed and jealous when we see success stories on that level, but these characters make us feel like everything is possible. They show us that we can be great. We can feel happy and we can create a life of meaning for ourselves. Shonen protagonists have an incredible importance in anime and manga. They are used to teach us lessons, force us to grow as people and develop an understanding of ourselves that we may never have seen before. Seinen characters continue this development of understanding but target an opposite view, with many seinen stories exploring the negative topics. It is the fact that we can subconsciously relate to protagonists that allow us to enjoy their presence in the narrative. We are all very similar when we peel back the layers, sharing insecurities, dreams and ambitions. And these aspects are targeted and allow us to see how to overcome and achieve each. The main thing I want to get across in this video is that each of our favourite shonen protagonists encapsulate our desires and our insecurities as people, adding more meaning to when we argue and fight over who is the best protagonist. Everyone is different. We connect to characters without realising it, and this is the genius of the writing of shonen protagonists in manga and anime. Now, that's all I really wanted to say on this video, and the real thing I wanted to talk about was just how each of these characters, we subconsciously do connect to each of them. So I feel this is a good opportunity to say that I think we all need to just understand that when we argue and fight about our favourite main characters, really understand why people like those characters. No one actually likes a character just by the way they look. People connect to them or see them in their own sort of emotional connections and relations. And it can actually hurt people when you tell them their character sucks or their character is bad, because it is actually attacking them as people. And that's just something I felt like I'd get out there, because there is a lot of that in the anime and manga communities, and I just felt it was important to discuss. So if you have any thoughts on that sort of topic, let me know down in the comment section below, or even make your own videos replying to this. But anyway, I'd just like to thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you around. There is a Discord link down in the description below if you would like to join that. And yeah, peace.